Okay, continuing reading text in 6-8. We are now on page 35. Like I said, I'm going to break it down into two increments. I'm going to break down to 1, 2, 3, and then I'll break down to 4, 5, 6, and then play the measure complete. Also, when there are no accents, no dynamics, no expression marks or whatever, and you want to develop the right hand and the left hand equal sound. You should be playing this alternating strokes. Equal sound on the right, equal sound on the left. Okay? Occasionally I'm going to be playing some of this with one stick, one for instructional reasons. So, also the bass drum, you want to play, or the foot, on 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as we go further into the book, you should be really familiar with most of the figures. Occasionally there's something new. It's just the arrangement of the rhythmic patterns inside of the measure that you want to become used to. This is in no relationship to any kind of style of drumming or any particular tune. It's about you getting a better understanding how notation works in 6/8. Okay, now that being said, we're going to start with page 35, line 1, measure number 1. Now you have 1, sorry, let's do it again so I can see. 1, 2, and 3, and. Then 4E and 5, 6. Line 1, measure number 1, complete. 1, 2, and 3, and 4E and 5, 6. Measure number 2, you have 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, the 5, 6. Make sure when you see the dotted 16th note, it's 4E and 6. Again, 4E and 5, 6. Because we're going to start doing some triplets with the rest on the second note of the triplet. So they're closely related you want to make it tight. You want to make the figure tight. So let me do line 1 again, measure number 2. You have 1, 2, and 3, 4E and 5, 6. Now, line 1, measure number 3. 1E and 2E and 3. Then 4, 5, 6, and. Line 1, measure number 3, complete. 1E and 2E and 3. 4, 5, 6, and. Okay, line 1, measure number 4. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Now, I was talking about the triplet. You have 4 and 5, 6. They're very close, 1E and 2, as opposed to 4, the 5. Okay, let's do the fourth measure complete, line 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4, the 5, 6. Okay, now we go to line 2, first measure. Now you have a run of those triplets I was talking about. 1 and 2 and 3 and then 4 and 5 and 6. Okay, line 2, measure number 1, complete. 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and 5 and 6. Okay, line 2, measure number 2. You have 1, 2, 3, and then 4, the 5, the 6, the. Now if you want to count them like 4 and 5 and 6 and do so if it helps. Okay, line 2, measure number 2, complete. 1, 2, 3, and 4, the 5, the 6, the. Okay, line 2, measure number 3. You have 1 and 2 and 3. Then 4, 5 and 6. Measure line 2, measure number 3, complete. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6. Line 2, measure number 4. You have 1, 2E and 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Line 2, measure number 4, complete. 1, 2E and 3, 4, 5, 6. Line 3, measure number 1. 1 and 2, 3 and then 4, 5E and 6. Line 3, measure number 1, complete. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5E and 6. Line 3, measure number 2. 1, the 2, the 3, the, or 1 and 2 and 3 and Then it's 4 and 5, 6. Line 3, measure number 2, complete. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6. Line 3, measure number 3. 1, 2E and 3. Slow it down a little bit. 1, 2E and 3. Then 4 and 5, 6 and. Line 3, measure number 3, complete. 1, 2E and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and. Line 3, measure number 4. It's 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Line 3, measure number 4, complete. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Okay, line 4, measure number 1. 1 and 2, 3, and then you have a dotted quarter note equals 3/8 notes. 4, 5, 6. Line 4, measure number 1, complete. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Line number 4, measure number 2. 1E and 2, 3, and then 4 and 5, 6. Line 4, measure number 2, complete. 1E and 2, 3, 4E and, my mistake. Line 4, measure number 2, again, complete. 1E and 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. Sorry about that. Line 4, measure number 3. You have 1 and 2 and 3, and then 4 and 5E and 6. Line 4, measure number 3, complete. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5E and 6. Okay, line 4, measure number 4. It's 1, 2 and 3 and 4E and 5, 6. Line 4, measure number 4, complete. 1, 2 and 3 and 4E and 5, 6. Line 5, measure number 1. You have you have a 16th note rest. Now be careful here in a 16th note. And then a 2 30-second, you have a 30-second note rest, 30-second note, and an 8th note. Sorry. 1E and 2, 3, then 4, 5, and 6. Line 5, first measure complete. Okay, 1E and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Line 5, measure number 2. 1E and 2 and 3. Then 4 and 5 and 6. Line 5, measure number 2, complete. 1E and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6. Line 5, measure number 3. 1, 2 and 3, and then 4 and 5, 6 and Line 5, measure number 3, complete. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and Line 5, measure number 4. 1 and 2, 3 and then 4 and 5, 6. Line 5, measure number 4, complete. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6. Okay. Line 6, measure number 1. You have 1 and 2 and 3 and. Then you have a dotted 8th note, a dotted 16th, 8th note rather, equals 3/16. So you have 3 and you have 4 and 5 and 6. I'm sorry. Let me do line 6 again. First measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then 5 and 6, 5 and 5. Let me put my glasses on for this guy. They're so small in the lights. Line 6, measure number 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Okay. Little difficulty seeing that. Okay, line 6, second measure. You have 1 and 2, 3 and then you have 4, 5, 6 and. All right, line 6, measure number 2, complete. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and. Line 6, measure number 3. 1 and 2, 3 and. Then you have 4 and 5, 6. Line 6, measure number 3, complete. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6. Okay. Line 6, measure number 4. 1, 2, 3 and then 4 and 5, 6. Line 6, measure number 4, complete. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6. Sorry about the beginning of line 6. I just have a little difficulty with the shadows and the lights. I had to put my glasses on. Okay. Well, this is reading text in 6/8. We're on page 35, and I will continue to make videos like I promised until we complete the reading. And again, let me reiterate now, you're going to use all stroking positions from one point, so you get the right and left sounding the same. Highly recommended to use alternating strokes. Like I said, occasionally I will use one hand for instructional reasons. Okay, there is no accents, no dynamic markings, no dynamic markings, no expression marks, so to speak. Okay, remember, keep both sticks sounding the same. Your bass drum is on 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you want to take your time, make sure you read it correctly. Like I said in the beginning, as we progress into the back of the book, as we go to 35, 36, and 37, you're going to be more and more familiar with the figures, and you're going to kind of flow through them a little bit. Occasionally there'll be something to turn you around a little bit, which is okay. It's a new experience and a new learning thing. Okay, so I hope that helps. And like I said, if you feel so inclined to purchase the book, go to my website. I left the website on the YouTube channel, www.mattpatellallivelessons.com. Go to the products room. There's 4 publications. And you can buy any one that you would like. And all you have to do is scroll down to the end of the page. You'll see a code. Whatever book that you want to purchase, you enter the code and you will receive a 20% discount. Okay, so again, take another break and we will continue in